Hey everybody, StogieFarts here. I figured I would do a quick video. This one's actually by popular demand. A lot of people are asking about my aquaponics system, give you an update on that, how things are going. I have a lot of videos on this, but I'll just go ahead and give you another walkthrough of it, show you how things are doing and what changes I've made, things like that. So let's take a look. Alright, so there it is behind me. I'll go ahead and just give you the quick walkthrough. There's 3 grow beds. Okay. One of the things I did that's different is from the front. I don't have a shade cloth right now or a tarp, so this is just a sheet that I've clipped to the PVC. It's held on by these clips, and that I hope just kind of keeps out some of the light, maybe keeps the fish tank from getting too hot. Control the temperature a little bit. Let me walk you through the grow beds right now. We'll call this grow bed number 1. In here we have, this is a hot and spicy oregano, which I've still not harvested, but I just have it there just to have. Some dandelion, or marigolds, marigolds are in there. It's supposed to help keep pests away, but I don't know how true that is. They do look pretty though. We have a serrano pepper plant that survived. This is about 3 years old and survived, nearly dying last season. On this side we have this is a jalapeno plant that I actually grew from a seed, and it's been fantastic. I picked all the jalapenos off there, so there's nothing left. This is a big tomato plant that stretches way up high, and you can see I got some tomatoes that are ready to harvest. And that's pretty much it. Now if you look inside, there's some shadow. There's some volunteered lettuces growing. So all these little things are lettuce that I didn't plant. They're just leftovers from, you know, prior harvest. And I'll show you a little bit over here as we go along. Grow bed number 2. We got more marigolds. We got lemon thyme. So that's it's awesome. It smells just like lemons. Look at that green lettuce back there, green leaf lettuce. Again, that's just randomly growing. Just randomly growing. I didn't even plant that one. And then way back here is this is lemon basil. So I haven't harvested that either. I'm just letting it kind of grow and get established. But it smells fantastic. And in this grow bed, another marigold that's kind of dying. More green leaf lettuce that's just randomly growing. And all these other little things that you see, these are just miniature trees. If you look on this side of my yard, there's a huge tree that's about 40 years old. I think that's a silk oak tree. But all these little things end up falling into the grow beds and starting to sprout. So I just kind of leave them there to kind of, you know, suck up some nitrates and stuff that might grow. But usually I pull them out. Once I get a composter, I'll just, you know, go through and pull all these little greenies out, throw them in a composter or something. And then I got some green onions. Now what I want to show you is check out this green onion. This guy right here is a green onion that's, I believe, 3 years old, and it's kind of hard to tell how big it is, but it's huge. I mean, it's like a huge stalk, and I mean, it's ridiculous. Here's a radish that's kind of grown out of nowhere. Here's what I was going to show you. This is an old lettuce that you could see, or maybe you can see. It's gone to flower, and then it starts to produce seeds. So that's kind of what I do, is I've just been letting everything that I haven't harvested, I let it bolt, let it go to seed, and then just let it naturally kind of propagate and, you know, do what it does here in the aquaponics garden. For those who don't know aquaponics, there's no dirt. It's just rocks or clay pebbles or whatever you want, and It's fantastic. This is another tomato plant. It grew real long and then it snapped right in half. So the half that's snapped is laying back here. Still had a lot of fruit on it, as you can see. These are the mini tomatoes. So hopefully those will still ripen, even though there's pretty much nothing nothing going to it since it's snapped right in half. But you can see there's a lot that is there, and it shot off these little side sprouts that it's just crawling all over the place. So hopefully these are just about ready to harvest. Got a bunch more. And yeah, see, look at that lettuce. You know, my problem with aquaponics is I grow all this stuff and I hardly eat it. I just think it looks so pretty, I just leave it in there and have it filter out the water. Here's something else I've done differently. Now, you might have seen this in my past videos, but this is a secondary filter. Okay, it was a mechanical filter, meaning that water would fill up in here and some of the fish poo and waste would settle on the bottom. And then when it, you know, occasionally when I would clean it out, I would just empty all the fish poo from there and into my bucket. But I want to also make it into a biological filter. So what I did is I bought a bunch of scouring pads and I filled it up. So now not only does it collect fish waste, which will settle onto the bottom, but these scouring pads should give a lot of surface area for bacteria to grow on and also make it a biological filter. So that in itself has kind of, well, I think it's kind of helped. So this thing fills up with water, bacteria will catch and grow on these scouring pads. It also helps keep the fish waste out of water, and it gets returned back to the fish tank through this sponge. So that's sort of a final filter, and then pours back into the water right there. I used to have a bunch of fish. As of a few months ago, I had 10 left. Now I'm down to 4. These 4 are very healthy right now. I just finished giving these fish medicated treatment. They started to come down with something nasty, but I gave them some medication, isolated them for a while, did some water changes, and they're doing great. So there's 3 koi and 1 large goldfish. And it's kind of hard to see because of the glare. Oh, here's the other thing I did. So, you know, there's you know, I have these air stones inside there, which, you know, you put this in the water and it helps oxygenate it. But I also want to provide even more filtration. So what I did is I took a couple of the air stones and I built up these sort of biological filters. So I took an upside down water bottle. I drilled a hole in the side, and I drilled some holes on the bottom of it, and then I inserted the air line into the side, and then I filled it with some biological media. This is just some of the grow bed clay pellets. So what happens is the air line inside sends air up through the bottle, pulling up water, and obviously it pulls the water up through the bottle, and that helps suck up any solids that might be resting on the bottom, and it also gives place for bacteria to grow. So I made 2 of those. I got another one over here, and I think it's doing some good. It's hard to tell, but I figure, well, instead of just having air stones just blowing in air, why not plug it into some water bottles with some media and also make it a biological filter as well. So that's the update. Sorry, I'm kind of long-winded, and you know, I don't plan out these videos before I do them, so I just do it off the top of my head. If you have any other questions about aquaponics or comments, anything like that, go ahead and leave them below. I try and answer within a couple days anybody that has questions, and that's it. So we'll talk to you later.